So I just went over some basic information for anybody who is watching the recording. I'm going right into the online tutoring information right now. So again, online tutoring is very similar to the one-on-one appointments. They just occur virtually through WebEx. And again, they are free to all Bergen students. So, oops, there we go. So let me just move something out of my way. There we go. Sorry, there's so many things popping up on my screen at one time. I'm sure you guys can relate to that. But the first resource I want to make you aware of is the virtual front desk. This is a really great resource for just about any need that you have. It's essentially exactly what it sounds like. We have a virtual front desk. You can visit it at any time between 9 and 7 or 10 and 2 on Fridays and Saturdays. And you'll speak one-on-one with like a live person. We always have somebody on the virtual front desk that you can talk to. They can help you with making appointments, canceling appointments, rescheduling, finding study groups, finding your SI session, finding a form if you need to fill something out for like a study group request or whatnot. The virtual front desk is a really great resource to have, and a really great resource to know that you have, that you can always speak to somebody if you're confused or you're unsure about something. You can also email the tutoring center at tutoring@bergen.edu. We usually will get back to you within 24 hours, depending upon if you email us during our normal hours of operation, which again are Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., or Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Saturday tutoring for this semester will start February 5th, just so you know. All right. So also have a tutor directory. So if you want to work with a specific tutor, so if you've been to the tutoring center before and you do have a preference for what tutor you work with, you can click on this link right here. And this is going to take you to a list of all the tutors we have, and it will tell you all the subjects that they tutor in. So that's like good information to have up front before you go into the actual scheduling, if you do have a tutor in mind. But say like you can't remember their name, or it was a while ago, or you're just, you're not sure who it was, we have pictures and names as well as subjects listed. So now getting into actually scheduling the appointment. So you're going to be able to schedule your own appointments if you want to do it on your own through your Bergen student portal, your mybergen.edu page. You're going to go right to BCC Tutoring, and you're going to click on that link, which is going to open a new window, and that's going to take you into Tutor Track, which is the system we use for scheduling one-on-one appointments. So once that new window opens, you're going to get this page here. It's going to look just like this, and you're going to click on Search Availability on the upper left-hand side. And that's going to take you to page, which is where you're actually going to be able to search for the course and the time that you want for your appointment. So once you get here, it depends now on what kind of, if you want an ALP course, the American Language Program, or an ESL course, you're just going to go to the Tutoring Center option. If you need assistance with an ALP course, you're going to go to the ELRC, which I will talk about later on in the presentation. I think most students are probably going to be looking for one of the subjects that is an American Language Program, so you're going to click Tutoring Center. So once you do that, now you can pick the consultant if you want. So whatever course you are registered that semester, those are the courses that are going to appear. And then you can pick a specific date range. So in our system, you can't book appointments any further than 2 weeks in advance, and you can book about 2 appointments per week. So just keep that in mind when you are planning to schedule your appointments. Please try to be conscious of the time you're going to need to work on whatever the assignment or whatever the material is. The appointments do tend to book up fast, especially towards midterms and finals. If you know you're going to need assistance, try to book 2 weeks in advance if possible. Of course, we understand that like things happen at the last second. Book appointment. So once you select all, when you want to go to the appointment, you'll see this list here of all the availabilities. So you are going to look through the availabilities and you're going to click on the time frame that you want. Again, as I said, most appointments are about an hour. So see, what's best, you're going to click on it. It's going to take you to a new window. And this window is going to allow you to fill in just a few blocks of information. You don't really need to put a lot of information here. You're just going to select the one-on-one appointment option here. You can leave a note if you'd like. You don't have to save. Right down here, there's a save button. And your appointment has a notification email confirming the appointment. Before we cover all of those steps that we just went over, you're going to go to your student portal. You're going to click on BCC Tutoring. Then you're going to go to Tutor Track, and you're going to open that window, and it's going to show, when you go into Tutor Track, that window, when it opens, you're going to see all of your upcoming appointments. If you wanted to cancel that appointment, you're just going to hit the X on it, and it's going to cancel the appointment. You'll get an email confirming that. So it's very similar to making it's just going to cancel the appointment if you need to. And if you are doing it, please visit the virtual front desk. We can assist you with all of those things. I keep saying we, and I do mean we. I'm also my hours there. Again, we all the supervisors I through, in addition to our office assistants. So you could end up with just about anybody from like the manager to the supervisors to our office assistants. Okay, so when it comes to attending your appointment, step 10, we're going to go to your student portal. We're going to click on BCC Tutoring. We're going to go to the Tutor Track main page, and about 15 minutes prior to your appointment, you're going to see your upcoming appointment, but you won't see the link until 15 minutes of the appointment, okay? So don't like freak out if you don't see your appointment link like a day before. You're not going to see it yet. You're going to see it 15 minutes, approximately 15 minutes before your appointment. Once you see the link, you can click on that link. Your tutor isn't going to join you though until the exact scheduled time. So you may be in their waiting room if you join early. Just be aware of that. Your tutor will admit you at the start of your appointment. If for any reason you have any issues with joining your appointment, again, front desk. That's your best option if you want immediate assistance. All right, so that resources, which you may be surprised by. We have right now is our asynchronous writing appointments. So we have one-on-one writing appointments where you can work with a tutor, but we also have the asynchronous ones where you can upload a paper and a tutor will review that paper for you and get back to you within 24 hours with feedback. If you have an assignment that's basically complete and you just want someone to look through it, you just need someone to give you some feedback, or you have this one thing, like your conclusion isn't coming together. You know, it's really good for people who are in the later stage. Developing, it's probably not a great option for you. Again, it's asynchronous. You're not that back and forth attendant in the same way you would in a one-on-one appointment. So sort of assess what your needs are for the assignment and then make your choice for an asynchronous or a one-on-one appointment. In addition to right now for the math and science, we now have the math and science virtual walk-in. Just on campus before we switched to virtual, the math and science walk-in was where it was at. We had that place packed almost every day. And all of our math and science tutors who weren't in one-on-one appointments would be available to work with students. We had to sort of rethink how we were going to do that in a virtual environment though. And we do have that big, we have the math and science walk-in. So when you join that, it's going to look like one giant meeting, but the supervisor who is in the math and science walk-in will find you a tutor. So all of our tutors will be in there with you, and they'll send you to a breakout room where you can work with a tutor for about 20 minutes. This is really a good option if you only have like a quick question or there's this one brief concept that you're not able to understand. You just need like to talk something through, or you need to work through this problem with a tutor, because it's only about 20 minutes, you know, with the tutor. It's not like a one-on-one appointment, but it's a really great option if like you're in a pinch and you need assistance and you can't get an appointment. I do recommend checking that one out. I don't see the link in the guide, which I'm going to tell somebody about, but I'm going to you where you can get the link. It'll be on our bergen.edu/tutoring page. And do take note of what the subjects we have here. These are the primary ones: Mat 011, Mat 040, 044, 048, 160, and 180. But that the availability depends on which tutors are in the math science walk-in. So we're going to have tutors for those subjects, but for any of the other subjects, it'll depend on what tutor is there. You know, if they don't have an appointment, all of our math science tutors are supposed to be in the math science walk-in. So there's going to be a whole lot of different tutors in there at any given time. I definitely recommend checking it out if you really do need that help and you can't get an appointment. Okay, and then for our options, we have study group as well as supplemental instruction. Study groups are very similar to kind of what this meeting is, right? You're going to have a tutor in the room, and then any students who need help with a specific subject are going to join that session. And the tutor will work with, you know, the students there on whatever they need assistance with. It'll be a group setting, so it's not going to be that one-on-one attention, but it's like a good option if you need help with something, and you can't, you know, get a one-on-one appointment, or, you know, for whatever reason this works better with your schedule. I'm going to show you what the supplemental instruction guide looks like, but it's very similar to what the study group document looks like. I called it a guide, but it's a document and it has all of the links for the WebEx rooms linked in it. So you would just click on the link next to the Mat 130 study group or next to the Mat 044 study group, right? And then you can just join that session. No appointments necessary. Same thing with supplemental instruction, although supplemental instruction is more involved. I'm not sure if any of you have had a class where you've had supplemental instruction or you've had a supplemental instruction leader in the course, but it's a bit more involved than a study group. An SI leader is assigned to a specific course, and they take the course with the students, and they plan these SI sessions about twice a week, where any students enrolled in that course can join and work with this SI leader on, you know, whatever the issue may be, whether it's a discussion or a problem or whatever the concept is that week in the class. They're going to review it together. It's very much like the Socratic method, that ideal, right, where you learn through discussion and through working together. It's a really great option if you need help sort of developing a better understanding of a concept, or you're behind maybe and you need more with going through the problem step by step and you need more examples. It's a really great resource if you have SI for your class, so at least check out once to see if you like it. Again, we're going to have all of the SI sessions linked in one document. We have it linked here. But again, it's the same idea with the study groups. You look for the course that you want the assistance in, and you're going to click the WebEx link that's next to that course, and you can join the session. Again, no appointments necessary. So it's a really good option, again, if you can't get an appointment. And I keep saying that, but, you know, with the transition to online, some of our availabilities have been cut in some areas, which is why it's important to be proactive and make appointments ahead of time, just because there are a few discrepancies in the availability. It's available if you can make an appointment for whatever reason. We're trying to accommodate that. And then we're trying to make sure students are aware of that too. I mentioned the ELRC. The ELRC is for students who are in the American Language Program. It's mainly resources for ELS students. So any students who might fall into that category, you can definitely ask me and I can refer you to the ELRC, but you can definitely just contact the ELRC as well if you click on this link. And that will also be linked in our bergen.edu/tutoring page. But it's very similar to the tutoring center. You work one-on-one with a tutor. It's just that these tutors are specially trained to work with students for whom English is not their native language. And we also have conversation partners for students who just want to develop their English and develop their communication skills. All right. And then here is just another this slide just has some helpful resources that are provided through the college. So we have links for all students. We have the WebEx user guide. We have our very grateful students. We're very happy to hear from you and to hear how we're doing. A lot of our students have been, I guess, in need of the assistance more. The virtual and everything kind of feels distant, especially if you're in an asynchronous course. Hard to like pace yourself. Sort of having these tutoring appointments or attending a regular study group or looking to so we try to, sort of when students aren't sure how tutoring fits into their schedule right now, we do try to emphasize that it's like a part of your learning plan. It's a part of helping you and keeping you accountable to the work that you're supposed to be doing this semester. All right. And again, just to reiterate, if you have any questions or concerns, you can always go to the virtual front desk. There will always be number. Definitely leave a voicemail, but I would recommend one of these first two options if you want a more expedient response. And then here is our directory if you wanted to speak to anybody in particular. There I am in the top right-hand corner. If any PSP students need any assistance with scheduling appointments and for some reason you cannot make an appointment, please contact me and I will try to help you out with that. As far as any general questions, I would definitely recommend emailing the front desk, but if it's something related to a permanent appointment, you can always email Candace. If it's something related to the writing center, really great contact. Yeah, and then we had some basic information on the tools here, but like sort of unnecessary to go over, I think. All right, and that is my presentation. I did want to quick show you what the SI session document looks like. This is exactly what you're going to see. You have the course listed here, the SI leader, the meeting times, and then you have the link. If you want to join, literally all you have to do is click that link at the scheduled time, and you'll be able to join that service. And then I also wanted to show you, if I can pull it up here. This is a flyer you may have seen. I hope you've seen it, actually. This is all of our services. One flyer, your one-on-one appointments, you have your virtual front desk, you have the asynchronous writing appointments, our math science walk-in, our study groups, and our supplemental instruction. Everything is linked on this flyer. It is a really great flyer to have at least somewhere in your email that's easy to grab because it has literally everything linked for you. You don't have to go searching. It also has information on who to contact for different things, as well as how to make, here we go, our student guide, as well as information on how to make a permanent appointment if you have accommodations. And our hours, of course, very important, super important. Definitely check these. And I think that was everything. So again, if you can't go to edu/tutoring, you can find all of those links I mentioned as well. You have the front desk here, you have our email, you have your Bergen student portal, and then we have our hours, we have the math science walk-in, literally, again, it's all of those services. On page down here, the forms link. So if you wanted to request a study group, you can do that here by clicking on this link, and it'll take you to a request form. If we receive 3 requests for one course, we will try to accommodate that request. We also have the request for a permanent appointment, and then you can also get to right now as well here. So I did just want to emphasize that additional link, which you can find during page. And I think that's it for me. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and take a breath because that was a lot. So that was my main presentation where I went over all of the resources available right now through the Tutoring Center. Now, if anybody has any questions for me or comments or concerns, I'm here for it. I'll try to answer them to the best of my abilities. I know that was a lot of info about you too. Okay. Anything confusing, or does anybody have any questions of how to get to a resource?
Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, the flyers that you mentioned, I'm not sure. Would you be able to email that to me, maybe, or to the group here?
Yes. Barbara, would you happen to have a copy of all the attendees today? Oh, you're muted.
Yes, I will send you a copy of the attendees, and we can send the flyer.
Thank you.
I will make sure to send everybody who attended today a copy of the flyers.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course. Anybody think that they're going to use tutoring this semester?
Yes.
Definitely.
Awesome. We hope to see you there.
Oh God.
Oh, I think you could mute yourself. All right.
Marisa, you're on 5 times. I think you have to exit out. If you duplicate, it makes an echo. So you have to mute yourself and then go out 4 times.
Services or about how to make appointments? No. If there aren't any other questions or concerns, I want to say thank you to everybody who attended today. I really appreciate it. And I'm hoping this is the semester where at khazelbergen.edu or email the tutoring center at tutoring@bergen.edu. Again, we try to get back to you as fast as possible during, our regular business hours. And I think that's my main, my main spiel. I will send you all an email with the flyer. I think Barbara has something she wants to say though.
I just want to say that the next workshop we're hosting is time management, which is Thursday, February 11th at 12:30. And you could write to me for the link.
All right. Thank you everybody for joining. And have a nice rest of your day. And I'm hoping we'll all have a really successful semester. All right. Stay safe, guys.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, Kelly. Have a good day.